Oh, Sagittarini, what is this new idea going to be? I wonder. This new idea which you are going to have right at the beginning of this week, it's to do with something you're so passionate about. This new idea which you are going to have right at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be so important because it's to do with something you are so passionate about, like there is no tomorrow. And that in itself means that when it comes to this new idea, there is something really specific you are going to become so curious about. But then at the same time, it's to do with you learning something. You're going to need to learn something additional, but it's to do with things you are passionate about, and with those things you're thinking about on daily basis, every single day. So not just any passion, this is like to do with like a major aspect of your life, and that in itself is gonna require from you to learn something really specific. And I really don't want this to put you off whatsoever. Do you understand what I mean? It's to do with something you're so passionate about. It's to do with one of the main things in your life. But there is still some kind of element here that you are going to become so curious about, my gorgeous Sagittarini, to the point where you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it whatsoever. And it's all because there is something beforehand which is going to happen. You're going to see something, and something it's really going to inspire you so much, and it's going to remind you of your own situation. It's going to remind you of your own life. There's something it's going to be so familiar with. What are you gonna see? But what are you gonna see? It's gonna be connected to these people you don't even know, but it's just what you're gonna feel so deeply within your spirit, within your soul. You will be able to connect, and most importantly reconnect with yourself at that moment in time. You will see exactly what is missing, what has been missing all this time. It's an element that has been missing all this time, and this is why certain things simply didn't work out, because this is to do with the beginning of a new phase. This is to do with your inner calling. This is to do with your destiny. And most importantly, this is to do with the fact that you have to be prepared for this moment in time. I know it sounds crazy, but over the last couple of years, you've been through so many things. Invaluable experience have made you who you are today. So now you will be able to see things in a completely different light. And this is why this is so important, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You know what I mean? So, but I want you to be smart. I need you to be clever here. You know, and you are, of course, because there is an element of, oh my God, I can't be bothered. Or there is an element like where you're gonna think, oh, I need to be patient. I need to be patient. Or I can't be bothered. There is an element which is going to enter your dimension, and it's gonna confuse you just for a second, where you're gonna realize that you need to be patient about something. But just remember, the best things in life, they do take time. They take time. You know, things don't happen overnight. At this moment in time, you just have to keep going, baby. Keep going forward. And you need to be persistent. You need to be persistent. Remember, this is to do with something you're so passionate about, something that comes to you naturally. But that doesn't mean that, you know, there are other elements that we need to bring into our lives in terms of learning. And this is what this situation is going to do to you. Something really amazing is going to happen here, and you are most certainly going to come out of your comfort zone, because this is to do with the power, strength and control coming into your life. You know what's really important, my gorgeous Sagittarini, when it comes to all this. It's like basically, you know, there is only like about a day or two, you're going to become aware of the fact there is this burden, some problem, some difficult problem that you have been dealing with. And I can see this for the last 10 months. only like one day or two after this moment in time, you really are going to have this surprising message. This is going to surprise you like, oh my God. And you're going to become aware of this problem, something very difficult that you've been dealing with for the last 10 months. You are going to realize that something is like kind of, that problem is going to come to an end, and you are going to restore control, but you're going to need to be part of some kind of competition or something like that. Okay, I know this sounds crazy. So 1 or 2 days later, after this situation here that I've said, you know, you are going to have an important news or a message, and it's going to make you aware of this problem that you've been dealing with for the 10 months, for the last 10 months. And you are also going to become aware of the fact that that problem, that burden is, you will restore control. Okay, but you are going to need to be part of this competition, and you have no idea how important this competition is going to be for you. It's so important because there is something additional you are going to find out when it comes to that competition, and when it comes to that burden. There is something really important that you are actually going to find out about yourself and about your big plan for the future. Big plan for the future. And what are you going to find out? It's going to bring all sorts of changes, not a bad changes, really good changes. And you're going to be grateful to God. You're going to be grateful to God that you did not ignore this competition whatsoever. And even if it's not like a real competition, it means that maybe you're going to need to do certain things for a while, you know, when it comes to this burden, until this comes to an end. Or you're going to need to be surrounded by the certain people you don't want to be surrounded until this comes to an end. However, this is going to have not only a very successful ending, but there is something so specific that you are going to find out, an invaluable information you would never find out otherwise. And it's to do with like a big plan for the future. This is when things are going to start changing, but just in terms of your vision, how you see things in life right now, but most importantly, how do you view your future and what do you want out of your future? This is going to like kind of change few elements which you're going to love so much, which is clearly going to show you that, you know, the beginning of a very important transformation has already taken place, and this is already direct result of all that. Very, very important indeed. And also, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you know what else? At around the beginning of this week, okay, I don't want to be like a dark Lala or whatever, yeah, but at around the beginning of this week, you are going to be surprised about somebody really specific. At around the beginning of this week, there is going to be a bit of a sudden change, which you're not going to like, but this sudden change, it's more going to come in a form of you being really surprised about somebody really specific here. This sudden change is like going to bring you this sudden insight when it comes to somebody really specific in your life. Somebody very, very selfish. Yeah. It's gonna kind of make you aware of this person, and you're not, sorry, my darling. It's gonna make you aware of this person, and it's like going to bring you this sudden insight that this person is like really, really selfish, that this somebody is not who they claim that they are, and maybe you're gonna feel like a little bit betrayed, and you're gonna become aware of some kind of lies as well, you know. But now at this moment in time, at this moment in time, you need to follow your heart, and you will know what to do. Listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And this moment in time, you need to follow your heart, because you will know what to do. This is very, very important, okay? And you will know what to do. I think that most certainly and most importantly, there is something that has come to an end here, and maybe you are resisting an inevitable end. Please don't get me wrong. Oh my God, this is not like the end of the world, and I think it's to do with somebody who has been getting on your nerves, and it's to do with somebody who you intuitively already have been aware of this. So it's more like, okay, surprise, sudden insight, but you will see when you think about it a little bit more, you will kind of realize that you already kind of had some kind of insight about that person. So kind of in a real sense, this is not going to surprise you. It's more like about you being aware of this already. My gorgeous Sagittarini, it is ever so important to keep on protecting our energy. We must we have to, at all costs, spend our time, you know, on this earth, while we're on this earth, like 5 minutes, you know, we're on this earth and we die so quickly, you know, it's like the time goes so fast. But what am I trying to say here is that it's ever so important to make sure who we share our energy with. We have to make sure that we are surrounded by the like-minded souls, like-minded spirits. I mean, you're here, you're listening to me. That means that you're very intelligent, of course, but then again, at the same time, you know, it's like it means that, you know, you would like really kind of find this like kind of to contribute to your life on a very high level, to like maybe surround yourself like people like who are like you, who are like spiritually intelligent, spiritually advanced and things like that. So that way they will be able to contribute towards your energy. And I'm sorry, but it's to do with one specific person here. Not only it's like a lying little bastard, you know, a lying little snake here. Ooh, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm gonna vomit, but no, I'm joking. No, but it's like, it's a really horrible person. Not only it's like a not really nice person, but then at the same time, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you know, you just have to protect your energy. So what I was trying to say is like, when you spend your time with the people who are like you, positive energy, spiritual, then you just get so much out of each other. You know, positive energy, positive people, and negative energy, negative people. You don't want to kind of like really waste your energy in this way. You want to protect your energy from these people whatsoever. So you're just going to understand that something has come to an inevitable end here, and this is so important. And I think that you've learned an important lesson here as well, and this is something that I want to highlight. You know, keep certain things to yourself, keep very important things to yourself, you know, very kind of big secrets and things like that. Please keep them to yourself. What is really going to drive you nuts, it's more like you kind of being aware of the fact that you've said certain secrets to this person, and now you're going to be like, oh my god, I said this, I said that. You're going to be worried about certain things that you said to this person, whether that person is going to do something with it. You know, they're not going to. It's going to be absolutely fine. Don't drive yourself nuts like this. The more you think about if this person is going to say to the other people what you said in terms of certain secrets, the more you think about it, the more sensitive you're going to become energetically. And that means the more you think about it, the more you're going to kind of make this person to actually start talking about it. I know it sounds crazy, but this is what this energy is going to do. So the more intensely you're worrying about it, you're going to create this. You're going to create this situation yourself. And I know it sounds crazy. And the more you ignore it, I tell you now, snap out of it, baby. You don't have to worry about anything. It's all going to be fine. That moment in time, you think like that, baby, and you put like an invisible shield around you and you protect yourself. You protect yourself and just ignore it and keep going. And that way, nothing is going to happen and you are going to be absolutely fine. But this invaluable lesson that you are going to learn out of this experience, my gorgeous Sagittarius, is the fact in the future you will be able to avoid certain people. And you will know who to avoid and you will know who to go towards, you see. This is why this is going to be so important indeed. And also, my gorgeous Sagittarini, listen, by the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini, I just want to tell you one thing. A lot is going to be happening throughout this week. Again, even to you as well, this week it's going to turn out to be completely different to what you can possibly imagine. All this is going to be, I suppose, draining your energy a little bit, you know, spiritual energy and the physical energy. But especially when it comes to the physical energy, I really want to stress something to you so important. And I know I've said it before, and I know this is going to get on some of your nerves. I know. But please try to, if you get really tired, if you get really drained throughout this week, just keep on taking natural B vitamin liquid. Natural B vitamin liquid, you like kind of need to make sure that it's natural, without any preservatives, without any chemicals, without any unnecessary ingredients. It needs to be pure and natural. You can just see the ingredients, of course, at the back and make sure. You also need to make sure that every single B vitamin within this B vitamin complex is natural, okay? You take this every single morning, this B vitamin liquid. Put it underneath your tongue and just wait like about 20 seconds and then swallow. And also take like a natural vitamin D3 alongside K2, which are ever so important when it comes to keeping energy levels up as well. So natural B vitamin liquid you can take, and in the first thing in the morning you take natural B vitamin liquid, and then later on, maybe in a lunchtime, take like a vitamin D3 alongside K2, which is going to help its absorption, and this is going to help you, with this energy level to be on top of it. And that way you are going to make the most out of your day. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your medications or not. And, and this is something which is really going to help you. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, when it comes to the midweek, you are going to realize, okay, that now it's time to make a really difficult decision. Why? Because you are going to have an opportunity. You are going to have an important opportunity, and that important opportunity, it's going to be an opportunity which is going to help you when it comes to some kind of a difficult decision that you are going to need to make. Okay, so you're going to have an opportunity to make this kind of difficult decision. Now, when it comes to this difficult decision, the only reason why you're gonna find this difficult is only because you're gonna be worried and frustrated that you're going backwards with your life. You're gonna be frustrated that you're going backwards with your life, and you want to go forward with your life. I'm afraid, my gorgeous Sagittarini, no need to be frustrated, because you are most certainly not going back with your life. You're going forward. But if we kind of need to finish something from the past, if we are dealing with some kind of unfinished business, that doesn't mean that we are going backwards. But I know what do you mean. I know where you're coming from. But this is important. Listen to me very carefully. All this is happening because it's meant to happen right now. Just remember, it all started with you having an opportunity to make this difficult decision. So before you didn't even have an opportunity, and now suddenly you're going to have an opportunity to make this difficult decision. So this is already one step forward, but you're going to need to go backward, because it's to do with an unfinished business, and it's something that you just don't want to deal with, something that you don't want to tamper with, something that maybe caused some kind of frustration, and you're like, oh God, but you're going to have to. You're really going to have to deal with this. And you know what? You are going to. Hallelujah, baby! You are going to, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You are going to. And this is going to bring an amazing accomplishment. The beginning of your personal evolution. This time, it's going to be the beginning of your personal evolution, personal transition. You have no idea how much this has been affecting you. Some kind of unfinished business from the past has been affecting you more than you can possibly imagine. If you're aware of how much this was affecting you, you would be running back to sort it out. It has been affecting you so much because you, believe me or not, but you were resisting so many changes because of this. I think it's only now going to become obvious. Only now it's going to become obvious, okay? So this is the bottom line, is that this unfinished business, you will realize what this is. There is something that you're going to do. You're going to surprise yourself with what you're going to do, but you're going to surprise yourself how brave you're going to be and what you're going to do. You're really going to surprise yourself. But then again, you're going to realize that something changed and something is changing. Not only you're going to feel like, oh my God, this was so easy, this was so quick, this was so fast, but you also are going to realize, my gorgeous Sagittarini, that this is like bringing a massive accomplishment into your life. This is bringing massive accomplishment into your life. Why? You know why? Because all this is going to lead towards the same thing. All this is going to lead towards the same point. Oh my God, you're about to find yourself on such a mind-blowing path. Not only you're going to bring this unfinished business to an end, not only this is the beginning of your personal evolution, not only this is the beginning of your personal transition, my gorgeous Sagittarini, but you're also going to realize untapped talents. This is all going to lead towards you realizing these untapped talents just because you decided to kind of bring this unfinished business to an end. As soon as you've done this, the new stage has started, and that's why you will become aware of these untapped talents. This is the beginning of such an important stage when it comes to your rebirth, when it comes to your inner calling, when it comes to a new phase, and when it comes to your own awakening. This is absolutely mind-blowing stage of your life. Oh my God, my gorgeous Sagittarini, this is going to be absolutely brilliant indeed. And also, at around the midweek, you are going to have basically such a beautiful and a new emotional experience. At around the midweek, you're going to have this beautiful new emotional experience. And this emotional experience, it's basically also, I don't know, you're gonna tap into it and you will realize that you're free to do whatever you want. And I'm not saying that you didn't realize before that you're free to do whatever you want, but some kind of dark fog is about to lift. Some kind of dark fog is about to lift, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and you're going to realize that you're free to do whatever you want. And also this new emotional experience, why is it going to be so important? Because, there is something which is going to happen, and not only you're going to realize that you're free to do whatever you want, but there is something that you're going to feel so proud of. There is something that you're going to feel and you're going to be so proud of. And that in itself is also going to make you aware of these events that are going to require immediate action. And you have to trust your instincts. By trusting your instincts, you are going to stay focused, because this in itself is pretty much so going to show you the way and the direction that you need to take. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini, by the time you get to the last part of this week, you know why you're going to feel so happy? And you're going to feel really positive, because you're going to feel really happy and positive because you are going to become aware of somebody returning into your life. Like a return of an old friend, or somebody's about to return into your life. You're going to be very, very happy. And before that person returns into your life, physically, you are also going to kind of remember what that person told you. So first of all, you're going to be very happy and very positive when you hear this news that this person is going to return into your life. It's like a return of an old friend. You're going to feel so happy. It's somebody really nice, somebody lovely, somebody genuine, and somebody who really has a very, very special place in your heart. And I've seen this person before, and it's one of those people who you don't even see for 20 or 30 years, but they're still going to have the same place in your heart. I really like this person so much. So you're going to feel happy, but it's not about that. It's about what is going to be triggered within you. You're going to remember something. You're going to remember something major that person told you long time ago. You're going to remember something, some kind of advice. And now suddenly that advice, everything is going to start making sense, because that advice that person told you such a long time ago, it's now going to play an important role. Oh my God, I've almost made that mistake now. That's how you're going to feel. You will be able to connect the dots, and you will be able to connect the dot, and you will realize which mistake not to make again. By trying something one more time. And whatever comes to you here that you have to try one more time, In 21 days after that moment in time, you are going to have a life-changing message. You will realize that you overcame a huge challenge, and on top of that, you will be able to see the bigger picture, what to do in order to maybe make your financial situation much better, and to which aspect of your life do you need to give so much energy towards. Something major is going to happen here, and it's going to be life-changing. Oh my God. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. I love you. Bye. Sagittarini, Sagittarini, pararapam, parapam, papapapapararam. Sagittarini, Sagittarini, parapam, parapam, papapapapararam. Sagittarini, Sagittarini, parapam, parapam, papapapapararam. Sagittarini, Sagittarini, parapam, parapam, papapapapararam. Pam 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 param pam 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 parapam parapam papapapapararam. Pam 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 param pam 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 parapam parapam papapapapararam. Raise your vibration, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Love you. Mwah.